Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. For the drink.
Oh my goodness, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? It is Wednesday, hump day. If I had a picture of Wednesday Addams doing her shimmy, I will put that on here right now. But as always, man, make sure, thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, babe. It is HBCU tonight. As always, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Because, you know, when you do all that, it goes to the algorithm. And once everything goes to the algorithm, it should shoot up and shoot up and shoot up and keep shooting up. So, and as always, you know, we broadcast live between Twitter and YouTube. So all my folks on Twitter, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button on Twitter. You come on to the YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Got my bottle of water here. Just finished eating dinner and chilling, and ate me a banana for my, what you want to call it, my potassium. Yeah, get that potassium. Got to get my potassium right. And we got good evening. Damn, what's going on? What's going on, sis? Good evening. So, yep, got my potassium. Got everything ready. But yeah, we're about to have a good day, a good evening. Talking HBCU sports, talking about everything that's going on around our HBCU, and to talk a little bit more about what's going on tonight. So, of course, you know, tonight is the NBA draft. It is night number 1, which is the first round. So, of course, we all know my Mavericks do have the first pick overall. And of course, y'all already know we're going at the Cooper flag. So it's no secret here or there. We know what we try to get ourselves into. We just re-signed Kyrie to a 3-year extension for close to $120 million. So he stayed in the Triple D. Shout out to him. Always coming over to the hoods and showing love, especially over at Oak Cliff, where I'm from, as y'all know. Got some other pieces that's been signed. Daniel Gafford signed his extension, 3 years for $60 million. Still got Clay. We still got AD. We still got a lot of pieces that we're trying to win the championship. We want to win a championship now. Not yesterday, but now. But appreciate you. Tell Jency I said what's up. Jency need to come back on the show. But other than that, man, we are going to have a good evening. of nothing but laughs and some, pretty much some serious talk. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and get this commercial going right now. And if I still got it, I don't think I have it. But let me get this commercial going. We'll be back in just a second. All right, so I guess you couldn't see that clip, but the clip that I had, that commercial, is for our Women Love Football series that we're gonna do starting next month. And any woman is more than welcome to join the show and talk football, especially about their alma maters, and let us know what's going, what they see in the near future for their respective schools. But you already know we do talk a lot of noise on here, and that's pretty much what we are all about. But when I finish that, I'm gonna go back and kind of fix that up right there. But as you all know, that is something that I'm putting out, and I just pretty much like the idea of doing that. So that's just one thing that we're gonna do for July. Of course, we have SWAC Football Media Day on July 16th, 2025 in Birmingham, Alabama at the Birmingham Sheraton Hotel. But if you want to see me there, you have to make sure, let's go ahead and get a donation rolling, because this is something that I've been planning on, dreaming on doing for a very long time. So if you can always hit the PayPal, Cash App, and the Zelle. The links are in the ticker scrolling by. And of course, that is what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, between time, let's go ahead and hit this good commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute. It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. All right. All right. So, as always, let's go ahead and you already know what we're about to do. Go on today's docket. On today's docket. I like that. Shout out to the business for giving the idea right there. She over here laughing. All right, and of course, in news, just college news all around. The NCAA removes scholarship limits. Alliance with House Settlement as roster sizes evolve in the new college sports era. So the NCAA will no longer maintain sports-specific scholarship limits, as its Division I Board of Directors on Monday formally adopted new roster limit rules to align with the recently approved House settlement. The changes go into effect July 1st. That will be on next Tuesday. So if you opted in, if you are a school or if you are a conference, and if you opted into the House settlement, everything that you're doing, everything that you're going to do starts on July the 1st. All schools that opt into the House settlement will in turn be allowed to award scholarships to as many players as they wish, as their teams fall in line with the roster size caps outlined in the settlement. Football, for example, will have a roster cap of 105 players. The NCAA says this change would dramatically increase the number of available scholarships and will more than double the previous total offered to women. With the court's approval of the House settlement, college sports are entering a new era of increased benefits for college athletes. And this is coming from the president of Virginia Tech, Tim Sands, who is the chair of the board. Today's vote to codify the roster provisions of the settlement formally removes limits on scholarships for schools that opt in, dramatically increasing the potential available scholarships for student athletes across all sports in Division I. Under the new college sports model, which paves the way for revenue sharing from the university to athletes, roster sizes across all sports are in flux. College football teams will shrink to a maximum of 105 players, but each player inside that number can receive a scholarship. That contrasts with the previous NCAA model, which capped scholarships at 85 per team, but allows programs to carry a bevy of walk-ons to fill out their rosters. Importantly, the NCAA's new roster limit rules include legislative exemptions for current athletes with remaining eligibility, ensuring they will not lose their roster spots if their teams must constrict to fall within the House settlement's outlined roster sizes. This, in effect, grandfathers them in while schools adapt over time to the new regulations. And basically, when it comes down to it, schools, athletic programs have to be able to fund the roster, the scholarships, be able to adequately fund scholarships. And what does that mean with the HBCUs? That means that we have to have the budget, especially if we opted in on the level for football and on the level for basketball, men's and women's, that we have to make sure that those scholarships are fully funded. So basically, athletic departments can kind of tinker and play around with scholarships. So maybe if you get a partial scholarship, you split this scholarship a partial, but you also got an academic scholarship. I don't know how that would work, but I think it would be in the parameters of what we're talking about right now with the House settlement. That point was a primary holdup in House settlement's approval. U.S. District Judge Claudia Wilkin, who presided over the case, delayed the approval multiple times over concerns with the roster limit implementation. The settlement's roster limits were expected to lead schools to cut nearly 5,000 athletes from rosters, and many programs had already begun the process before the judge issued her final approval. The House settlement approval is a landmark moment in college sports history and ushers in an unprecedented era wherein schools can directly pay their players. The $2.8 billion 10-year settlement will also pay past players for missed name, image, and likeness opportunities and ensure current and future players will have access to legitimate NIL contracts. Schools can share as much as $20.5 million of their revenue with players during the upcoming academic year, and the new NIL Gold Clearinghouse will approve additional financial deals for student athletes. Basically, I mean, if you got the budget, like I said, if you have the budget, you'll be able to, schools can be able to share that budget. But the only knock about this is that this is only, to me, it's only funding schools in the Power Four. And where does that leave us? You know, basically, if you don't know how to move your money around, if you don't know how to move your money around, you're probably going to be at the wrong game. You're going to be in some deep doo-doo. But this subject is always going to be at the very top. So hopefully everybody who opted in, whoever opts in, you'll know who's serious about it, and you'll know who is pretending about it. So, but other than that, that's one of the news that we have right now that's still going on, and it's always going to be going on. There's always going to be something that's going on with that. So, like I said, you'll probably know who is serious and who is who just out here for shits and giggles. So that's what I would call it right there. Oh my goodness. But let's get to something that I kind of want to talk about. And I'm trying to get this photo set. Get this photo set right here. Also, while we do that, man, while I'm doing this right here, I want to give a special shout out to my nephew, my youngest nephew, Fred Sanders Jr. His birthday is today. He is 10, and out of all the nieces and nephews that I have, he is the last one to celebrate a birthday out of everybody. So shout out to my nephew Fred. We call him Junior for short, but shout out to him. So he is, like I said, turning 10 years old. What's going on, Mr. Powell? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on, Jan? How you doing? How you doing? We are here in the house of the Lords. So we chilling tonight. We are chilling tonight. Man, appreciate you. I appreciate you for tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. So, like I said, we're gonna have a good show tonight. Hopefully everybody will come through and support your man, support your guy, because this is all, I'm real about this. I'm real about this. I'm trying to get some other stuff going on right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get started with our show. Let's get started with our show. But yeah, man. Now, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know how much I troll that school in Baton Rouge. Y'all know how much we troll that school in Baton Rouge. Y'all know that, we got smoke for them folks in Baton Rouge. Right? We got smoke for them folks in Baton Rouge. And of course, I'm just minding my own black ass business as always. I'm minding my own business, and I'm just looking on Twitter, trying to see what's up, what's going on, what's the news, who diddling who, what's going on with Puffy and all this other stuff right here. So I basically come up with I've seen something. And it just didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit well with me. And I'm going to put this up here. As y'all know, this is the mascot. This is University of Southern Mississippi. As we in, for the state of Mississippi, because the state of Mississippi is my second home, we call them, what I call them, the University of Stealing Money. And as you see, you see my tagline. We smoking on that Golden Eagle pack. Because that's what we're going to do. Second game of the season. Now, I don't know if I don't know if this is a parody account or somebody who's just a big old fan of USM, which is okay. I don't have no issue with it. I have no issue. But What I do have an issue with there must have buzzards. Shout out to my bro Thad, man. Mr. Petty sign. And y'all gonna see them petty ass signs this year. This season, this football season in the vet. So if you want you a petty sign, holla at my man right here, Thad. Hey, mustard buzzers. We gotta use that one right there. We gotta use that one right there. Mustard buzzer. When it get ready to come down to game time. But and look, this is just what I just put out here. This is just as fine too. Culture vultures, because that's what they are. They want to steal from the culture, like and act like it's theirs. What up, Square? And they try to act like it's theirs. And so I don't know. Something in my heart was like, this just don't even feel right. So
I didn't come down here to play. I came down here to win. And we will win.
okay. Hey, I read all the comments. I didn't know the Buzzard Pride can play with the best of HBCU band. Oh yeah, you know what? You know what? Because we petty like that. Because we're petty like that. I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra. We petty, ain't we, David?
We're Libras, that's what we do.
We petty. We like people like to start shit, but we like to end the shit. We like to finish it. So let me find something. Let me find something up in here.
No, Libra gang.
Libra gang, yeah, y'all know Libras. Freddie, we goddamn petty as hell. Like, I might say some smart ass shit, and and Dessa would look at me like, nigga, fuck you. Like, come on. Ooh. Why y'all have me do this right here? Hey, why y'all have me do this right here? Oh my goodness, let me share this screen right here. So, if y'all want to know what was real and what's fake, all you have to do is just look and just listen. So we just don't go ahead and play this nonsense. I'm trying to figure out. I try to figure out when did they start sounding like Southern University? When did this mayonnaise based size band started to sound like Southern University? I'm just trying to figure some stuff. Look, I'm
Tomorrow in Irving, you'll see partly sunny weather.
all right now. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out when when did we start sounding like that? When did we start sounding like that? When have that band start sounding like that? What's going on, Mr. Mickey? Oh my goodness. When did they start? When did they start sounding like that? And so, I said what I said. I put it out on TikTok. It gained a lot of attraction. I think I don't know if it's close to 300 or 400 views, but I said what I said because it's true. It's true. Even though I have smoke for that, even though I have smoke for that school down there in Baton Rouge, I still have a ton of respect for the Human Jukebox. They might sound a little bit like garbage to me in certain cases, but I would never go to the great lengths of making a video and dubbing their song like that with all that mayonnaise running around that campus right there. Oh, snap. That's what we might need to make right there. But culture vulture. It's like USM is like the Drake. USM is like Drake. Even the Margin 100 sound way better than that. You get what I'm saying? We have smoke for them too. We always gonna have smoke for them, but you don't see Florida State going across the street and taking shit from the Marching 100. You don't see Millsap coming across the street to the vet and try to steal that flavor from Jackson State. You don't see none of that, man. You don't see none of that. That's raising. Yes, that is raising in the potato salad music right there. That is Karen. Don't bring that shit to my damn cookout type music. And you see why we gatekeep our shit. You see why we go so hard and gatekeep what is ours, right? Generic handshake would do. What up, Dre? What's going on, man? Let's go top. Hey, Pop, come on, bro. Hey, this is the time. This is the show to be petty as hell. This is our petty show. It's Wednesday night. I do gotta go to work at, I leave out of here around about 8:25, 8:30. So I catch my bus and get to work. That's what I do. But this is the time to be petty as hell. And then Buddy tried to double down and put out another video. And put out a video talking about the last time Jackson State played USM. What year was that? Was that 2019? When was the last time we played USM? Was it 2019 we played USM? And yeah, you are right. That 2018. Okay, so 2018. Said, if you're not mistaken, USM used that SU clip from the game SU came to Hattiesburg. And then the guy was like, so the dude was like, I got the sound from TikTok because it was trending. Yes, it was trending because maybe it belonged to the fucking band that actually plays it. We in the SWAC, y'all. We in the SWAC. Y'all know the only school that play Still Fly is the Human Jukebox. The only school that plays Still Fly is the Human Jukebox. And yeah, yes, thank you, Randy. You are so correct. You jumped on his ass in the comments and on Twitter and got mad talking about, well, we got it wrong. No, we did not get it wrong. Like, you knew what that was, man. Come on now. Stop being the culture vulture, bro. Stick to your own kind. I told you that's why we gatekeep this shit all the time. And since y'all like stealing shit, when y'all gonna give back that money to the state of Mississippi that Brett Favre gave to y'all illegally? When y'all gonna give that money back? That was not that. It wasn't yours. It belonged to the poor folks of the state of Mississippi. Not everybody in Mississippi is poor, but people do need that. They need that assistance. So, fuck 7 million, Pop. I'm gonna tell them to go ahead and give me 20. Interest add up to it. And that's all we asked it for. If you give credit where credit is due, we wouldn't be in it. You wouldn't be in this situation. Then, like I said, he tried to double down and come out with another video talking about, here come the new JSU fans And remember what the last time what happened? Sir, let me blow my face up. Pay us what you owe, man. Anyway. So here's the thing. Do you know that video is 6 years old, 5, 6 years old? Do you know that video we was dog water with that from that game right there? We were ass. We should not have even came down to Hattiesburg. But hey, buddy, hey y'all. This team, Jackson State, got a chance to go down to Hattiesburg and do something that hasn't been done in a very long time. We could quiet all the haters. We could quiet the doubters if we come out with a win. If we win by 2, or by 1, 2, 3, or 40, y'all can't say nothing to us because you got clapped by HBCU, and especially by that school from the west side of Jackson. You have nothing to say to us. We take that $375,000 and try our ass right along 49. They black student union, they coming around. But Brandy, yeah, we got hyped up by ULM, but guess what? That was a competitive game on both ends, both times. 21. We lost the game, 12-7. If they wouldn't, if the refs didn't kick out James Houston in the first quarter, and of course, if Shedeur did throw that late game interception, we would have won. Them dudes only won because they kicked 4 field goals. We're the only one that scored a touchdown against them. And then last season, what happened last season? Yeah, I mean, they started off, to me, they started off lackluster. We just couldn't catch up. But the game was closer than what it was. So we were confident about that game. I feel like I'm very confident about this game. Don't get me wrong. Charles Huff is a damn good coach. Okay? He's a damn good coach. But you got dudes on that team, on your team, that was from the last regime, and they are dog water. I got you, Drake. Oh shit. Hey, oh snap! I am about to put this. Oh my goodness! Let me go ahead and put this in the. Let me go ahead and put this in here, man. Oh snap! He should have never gave you niggas money. Oh snap! Let me go ahead and put this on here, man. This shit is hilarious. It's all. This is the perfect banner right here. Appreciate you, Drake. Appreciate you. But yeah. Not culture crows. Oh my! I told you this is petty time right here. This is petty time. What's going on, man? Oh, this is petty time. Culture vultures. That's what y'all are, man. And if you watch it on Twitter, hey, appreciate your views. Come on and put your subscribe to the channel. But I have a feeling that how you doing, Miss Mary? I have a feeling that we're going when we go down to Hattiesburg, second weekend of the football season, that we're gonna take care of business, and they're gonna regret putting us on their schedule. Yeah, I feel yes, this game for this year is gonna be a better game. Because we're moving, like you said, we're moving different now, especially with all the things that we got, house, roster limits and stuff like that. So being on the same equal playing field with them, I think we'll be able to go out there and do some damage. But I mean, in a sense, like I said, we play Hampton first. We play Hampton first. We go out there, we do what we do against Hampton, then we go against USM. That's our test run right there. So but at the end of the day, man, hey, if this is you, let me move this up there. If this is you, if that is you, but But this right here is us. This is us clearly.
All right, Mo. Hey, Mo.
Clearly, what I'm gonna say is stick to your own shit. Like I said yesterday, stick to your own shit. And leave our shit alone. That's how I see it. And that's what I'm going that's what I'm gonna end that segment with. They played Mississippi State. Two of the most terrible teams in the state playing against each other. Oh. Hey, Blue, I believe you. It gotta end eventually. We can't keep doing this over and over and over and over again. It gotta end eventually. So yeah. My bad, bro. My bad. Oh, I forgot. Dad did go to Mississippi State. Oh man, that's wishful thinking, bro. That man call him Millie Vanilli. Boy, that let you. Hey, Troy, that really telling your age right there.
Yeah.
I can't say shit because I tell my age all the time. She get on me like, "Ooh, you sound old." I get my age all the time. Even just by taking medicine, I be telling my age. Not Ricky Bobby. Yeah, but yeah, man, this is comical. Hey. Oh my goodness. Hey man, look, it's either take the pill at 7:00 or take my black ass to the hospital. Which one you want? Is she gonna cuss my ass out? Say it again, baby.
Cuss your ass out. You take that check.
You better. She be getting on me. She get on me harder than. Woo. Hey, it is what it is. Look, it is what it is, man. So I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to do. I gotta take the medicine. I'm not trying to be in the hospital. Yes, make sure y'all take care of your health. Men out there, take care of your health. So the NBA draft again, the NBA draft will get ready to start in like 30 seconds. And of course, you know, I want to see Nico don't fuck this shit up. Don't you think Nico think he'll be happy, but he'll be out of the free. But shoot, the folks from where I'm from, hey, them folks from where I'm from, shoot, get on your ass. Yes, thank you, Brandy. Man, go to the doctor. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know, man. Look, I be announcing to the destiny when I go to the doctor, and she be like, I don't need to know that shit. Just go. She like, just go. I'll be here when you get back. See, I told you that's that Libra in us. We petty. We petty as hell. But other than that, man, the good commercial break. We'll be back in just a second. It's your boy Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. All right. Let me see some y'all, because trying to intro. I'm trying to find. There we go. So let me go ahead and put this in here while we go ahead and hit the next get to the next subject, which would be hold on. I know you talking shit over there. Yep.
He said go to the gym, and I said, "What job is your gym?" He said, "Touche."
Shoot. It is the gym. In fact, when I get to work tonight, I get to work tonight. We got to do a truck. We got to do the truck tonight. It came in. So look, as soon as I left out of the store, y'all, the truck pulls his ass up, and I'm like, God damn, I can't win. You know, I'm like, I can't win for losing. And then they try to ask me to stay. I'm looking at them like, fuck no, shit. I just did 10 hours. What it look like I'm about to stay for extra, unless I'm coming in late tonight, or unless I'm coming in not at all tonight. I'm not about to. No. But while we at it, man, I here we go. Found a commercial right here. Here we go.
Hey y'all know what time it is. It's SWAC Football Media Day, July 16th, 2025, live from Birmingham Sheraton Hotel. You can catch it on ESPN Plus at 10 a.m. or you can also catch me at 9 a.m. only on HBCU Overdrive with everything that you want to hear, see, and look for when it comes to SWAC Football Media Day. Make sure you tune in at 9 a.m. and be there. Don't be late.
All right. We still working on that. We're still working on it. But we got, like I said, we got SWAC Media Day. In order for me to get there, hey, we got to send donations, y'all. Man, gotta get donations. So trying to get that going right now. But other than that, I will see everybody in Birmingham on that day. Hey, Kerry, tell Lionel we need him in Birmingham because he been talking a lot of noise. Tell him we need to come on to Birmingham. Anyway, man, let me go ahead and get this back up again. Let me get this back up again, of course. Of course, babe, you got a picture of that right there. I'm gonna send it to you. We need to do a shirt just like that.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have our Culture Vulture shirts coming soon, but right before football season. But hey, guess what? We got SWAC Media Day attendees. So SWAC Media Day attendees was announced not even this past week. It was announced either Friday or Monday. Whatever. I got the email from Andrew. Shout out to Andrew over at the conference office. But let me go ahead and get this out the way. As you can see, representing, of course, each school is going to have 2 player representatives followed by the coach and, of course, the SID and maybe the AD. Just all depends on who will be there. Hey Lawrence, if you on here, make sure we gonna talk about that on Sunday, either Friday or Sunday. We're gonna try to figure some stuff out. So of course, for Alabama A&M, you got Quad Brown and Demetrius Biondi representing, one for offense, one for defense. Alabama State, King Lewis, safety, Cameron Smith, offensive line. Alcorn will have running back Jacorian Sewell and Gideon Spotsville from defense, representing the Braves. Bethune-Cookman is going to have AJ Hall from the defense and Malik Huggins on offense. The FAMU Rattlers will have Ashton Grable on the offensive line and Davion Westmoreland on the defense. Grambling is going to have Nick Howard, who's a wide receiver, and Blake Davis, who's a defensive back. They will be representing the G. And of course, Jackson State, we will have Jacoby Morgan on offense, Jeremiah Williams on defense. Shout out to Jeremiah. Shout out to Coach O.C. Williams. Found out that him and Jeremiah are blood cousins. Mississippi Valley will have running back DeFabian Fant and Kobe Bird from the defense. Prairie View was going to have Trayvon Jones, who's a tight end, and Jamal Marshall, who's a D lineman. Southern is going to have Darren Morris, who's a wide receiver, and Kelby Gibbons will make his second time around. Who played, he's defensive end, all-world defensive end. Hey, y'all see how he looked. If y'all see how he looked last year, man is a workout warrior. Texas Southern's going to have KJ Cooper, who's quarterback on the offense, and DeMarcus Thompson, D lineman for the defense. In Pine Bluff, we'll have Jeremiah Rogers from the O line, and Trey Glimp, who is the place kicker on the defense. That is something that you don't see. First and foremost, that is something that you don't see. Trey Glimp, who is a hell of a kicker. Don't get me wrong. He's one hell of a kicker. But the thing about this is having KJ Cooper, Jacoby Morgan, and Quad Brown as the quarterbacks for, that's representing the team at Media Day. Some people put a lot of stock in that. I don't put a lot of stock in it. I only see it as, hey, most of the time this is the coach's decision about who's going. I don't, I take it with a grain of salt. Dang it. So, Cooper Flag is headed to the Triple D. Quad Brown made 3 quarterbacks. But you see if you look on here, it's a different scenario. So if you really think about it, some people say Alabama State don't know who the QB is. I really know who the QB is. I think it's going to be Andrew Body. I don't think he loses his spot, but I think he has healthy competition because there are other quarterbacks that are on campus and that is trying to compete for that top spot. The same it goes with Alcorn. Really know who the QB is. Grambling, I think you're gonna have Ty Keys as QB, but I don't know what they are doing in camp. In fact, I'm gonna ask my insider when she gets on campus, which will be my niece, who is going to be the QB1 for Grambling. FAMU is in the same situation about who's their QB. They got, like I said, 5-6 QBs on the roster, but some of those players probably are going to play other positions because they're athletes. So we shall see. Bethune is in the same situation. No Cam Ransom, he's gone. Luke Sprague, he is gone. Valley, if you think about Valley would have had a QB, a permanent QB, if he didn't, if Tajarian didn't go to Murray State. Prairie View is a situation. We don't know. They still have QB from last year in Lucas Coley. Don't know, but we don't know if he's going to be QB1. Southern Miss, you have, I think they're gonna try out Jalen Woods, but again, we don't know what's happening in summer camp and what's gonna happen in fall camp. KJ Cooper is a no-brainer. Now if Jace Wilson would not have transferred, then I think you would have seen Jace. But KJ Cooper is he's a pickup for Texas Southern, and then of course with Pine Bluff with Mekhi Higgins heading over to Alabama A&M. Of course, with Giovanni Gibson at Oklahoma at OU. This is what you have right here. But I really don't put too much stake into who's at media day like that. But it is what it is. Like I think when you look at it, like Southern will have their QB. They just chose not to pick Jalen Woods to come to media day. Don't know, like I said, don't know about Alcorn. Don't know about Grambling. But don't know about, I think we know something about Banner State. We know Andrew Body is coming back. They say he's healthy and better than ever. Just need to go out there and play football. But you don't know with Mississippi Valley. We don't know with Pine Bluff. Don't know with FAMU. We just don't know who is going to be QB1 for those respective schools. But we shall see when August the 1st come, and basically who is going to be battling out for the QB1 in those situations. Again, this is Football Media Day for this year. Again, this will be live on ESPN Plus at 10 a.m. Well, you can say they can be the leaders of the team, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't reflect who's the leaders of the team. Then you can select somebody who's more, what you can say, media savvy. You can put it in that sense right there. You can say, well, he's media savvy right there. He's so it's really not saying that it's the leaders of the team. Like players like Kelby Gibbons, he's the leader of the defense. Like, of course, with both, you can say with Jack State, with Jeremiah and Jacoby, they're the leaders of both the offense and defense. But it just doesn't, like I said, I don't put a lot of stake into that. Yeah, and it also depends on the coach's philosophy. But to me, I think it's more of who can shine under when that camera is definitely on them. That I put that much stake into that. But it really doesn't matter who is the leader. QB. That's everybody say the QB is the quote unquote leader of the team, when in fact some QBs just want to be there and do their job, and that's it. Who went last year for Jackson? It was Evan Henry, and it was Huncho and E6. It was Evan Henry and Says that went last year. But those are the participants for Media Day. Again, this will be on July 16th at 10 a.m. on ESPN Plus, but I will be there definitely. We'll be going live an hour before they hit that stage on ESPN. But only way for us to get there is to help donate and get us down there, so we can take all the pictures to go ahead and get all the interviews. Get that interview with Dr. McClellan, with the commissioner, and yeah, we're gonna talk about. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk. Like I said, Mr. Lawrence, we're gonna definitely talk about that either on Friday, or we can talk about that on Sunday. I'm gonna see if I can get Wild Wayne on here Sunday. We can get all the stuff talking about with the 12 game schedule. With that being said, that's, if you think about it, as extra money. As you can have an extra game, extra money in your pocket, extra revenue. So don't look at it as a hindrance. Just look at it as like, yeah, it's good for us. I don't think we should go to a 9-game conference schedule. I think we should just keep it. I think we should keep it at 8. I think we should keep it at 8-game conference schedule. And I think the first 4, I think the 4 games should be against, basically out of conference. Now this lets you know whose AD is out there working their magic. Just looking at, while I'm talking to y'all, I'm looking at the draft over here. Shout out to Dylan Harper. Ron Harper's son. He is going to the Philadelphia 76ers. So you think a 9-game conference schedule is perfect? I don't know. Well, it to me, I think it depends. Some schools won't have a non-conference conference games. Well, for like schools like, so schools like Grambling and Southern, because they play the Bayou Classic. Schools like Alabama State, because they play the Turkey Day Classic. But this is also, if you're going to 9, but this is also show you who's who is going to be smart as an athletic director when it comes to making out schedules in the near future. For example, if you see this year for Jackson State, we only playing 11 games this year. Last year we played 12. This year we're playing 11. Next year we'll be playing 12. On top of that, if you go to the SWAC championship game, that's 13. If you win the SWAC championship game and go to the Celebration Bowl, that's 14 games right there. Most teams in FBS play, especially if they play in the playoffs, they play 14, 15 games. They play an equivalent of an NFL season. Should we seek out money games for bigger payouts, or should we schedule winnable money games? I don't know. I think we should go for both, but I mean, of course, you want to play a winnable money game, but then you want to test your team's mettle and play the money game with a bigger payout. So, or just play the winnable money game. I mean, we shall see. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on it. Dylan Harper goes to the Spurs. Cooper Flag goes to the Mavericks. VJ Edgecombe, guard out of Baylor, is going to the 76ers. That's crazy. That's true, but I think we should just go ahead and keep what we got going. Keep the formula of what we got going. Don't steer off the path of what you know what I'm saying, of what going on. So now, what does that mean for the MEAC? Because remember, they only playing 5 conference games, so they got to play 7 out of conference games for next year. See, because to me, I think that makes no sense. What up, though? Cool, that boy VJ Edgecombe is a dog. Ain't he from the Bahamas? But yeah, man, we shall see. We shall see what happens. But let's hit that good commercial break, and we'll be right back with the main subject.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holliday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right. Now, y'all know they say here in the South, they say football is a religion. We say football is a religion. Here in Texas, we say football is a religion because we go nonstop. We everybody anticipates what happened, when August come around. But kids strive to get to that championship game in December. But then after December, when that calendar turns, the party don't stop. So the party don't stop when it comes to football in the South. So I'm just gonna drop this right here because shout out to my main man Pooh at No Chill Sports. They had my boy Josh, and they had Big Money Banks on the show. And this is what was said by Markham Banks.
So you telling me that all the SWAC do is dance and stroll on Saturdays?
Hell, look like church to me. It look like it might as well be Sunday at noon. Yeah.
But let's dive back
on the field though. I
need you to understand something now. Okay, all of that is beautiful, and I admire it, and I love all of it. But when you roll that goddamn football out, you understand me? We don't care if it's 1, 10,000, or 50,000 in the stands. When it comes to football, see, the religion of football is about all of the culture. You think about when you go to church ain't just about you going there and you pray. It's not just about, who can pray the best. Church is about culture. The reason why in the South they say football is a culture, why in the Southwestern Athletic Conference they talk about football being a religion, it's because of all of the pomp and circumstance that goes along with it. It is as if you are going to church. But in between 60 minutes, in between the lines, from football on tee, with 15 minutes in the first quarter, to all zeros at the end of the fourth quarter, that is not even a question. We do that. That is what we do. We play football in this conference. Go ahead, be my fault, bro.
I'll just, if I can simplify that church analogy, I feel like the SWAC is all about praise and worship. They'll give you, they'll go crazy for some damn praise. Sorry, for some daggone
I should have never said the church analogy.
But when it comes to the amen, you hold that note.
Oh my goodness. I want to see what he had to say, because I tried to bring Banks on here, but of course he texted me. I hit him up. I hit him up this morning, asked what he was doing last night, and he texted me. He said that he was taking his wife out on a date. I was like, hey man, look, you got to do what you got to do. You even when you're married, you date your wife. you know when you marry, you date your wife. You know, keeps the marriage going. But you cannot sit here. Hey, Mr. Tasha. You cannot sit here and say and call the SWAC praise and worship. My man just sat here and called the Southwestern Athletic Conference praise and worship. My dog, he cool. He cooler than Finn. You know. He called us praise and worship. And see, here, this is the thing. We would have never been on this type of subject if Josh would not have brought up the church analogy. Right? A lot of yes, Mr. Johnny, and y'all don't. Mr. Johnny played for folks that don't know. Mr. Johnny Thornton played at North Carolina Central back in the 70s. So he plays for football. He plays for football. So but get Chris' phone.
Mail me your phone, Chris.
Get Chris. Oh my goodness. So, for those who are not followers, if you are looking for a HBCU home, if you have been misguided because some folks don't know their way. Some folks are misguided. Some folks have the audacity to speak blasphemous. To be blasphemous about what we got going on here in the SWAC. it behooves me when I have to say this, that they don't know no better.
Maybe your phone on.
The mission said, mail her your phone. Oh my God. Hey man, I told you tonight we were gonna be petty tonight. I said we were gonna be petty tonight, and we gonna stick with it. But for them folks on the East Coast, not you, Mr. Lord, because you're a true one. You know what football is. You played good football back in the 70s, man. But them folks in the Carolinas, in Virginia, in Maryland, and that school in DC. Y'all have the audacity to fix your face and say that y'all played a better game of football, that we are pumping circumstance in the SWAC. I'm just saying, y'all have the nerve to say that we are the church conference. I mean, if you really think about it, if you look at our history, we were a conference started by church schools. I mean, if you really think about it, we started by church schools. I mean, the only lone school that's still here in play since after 105 years is Prairie View. So yeah, we we are in the Bible Belt. We are in the Bible Belt, you know. And I look at the SWAC, and I look at all the schools that's in the SWAC, right? And I go by the states that they're in, right? I look at Texas Southern and Prairie View. If we're gonna put them, if we're gonna do church school, we're gonna do church. We're gonna do denominations. I'm gonna break up these schools in denominations. You know, you really want to talk about it like that. I put PV and Texas Southern. They're like they are more what I call them Southern Baptists. I would call them Southern. I would call PB and TSU Southern Baptists. You know, they bring a good crowd. They talk that talk, but they tend to get stuck in their ways. If you know what I'm thinking. Let's go to Arkansas. Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff to me is more like Pine Bluff to me is more like a Methodist church. You know, methodical. They, you know, not too much. You know, try to find Pine Bluff be trying to find the lost souls. Pine Bluff, you said Pine Bluff is like seeing me. They be trying to find the lost souls. They be trying to convert folks. Now let's go to Louisiana. Grambling and Southern. They are more like Grambling and Southern. I'm gonna look at them like I'm gonna say they Kojic. Yes. Yes. I was Grambling and Southern are Kojic, Church of God in Christ. Okay, let me switch that back for Texas. The National Baptist Convention. Yes. Appreciate you. They Kojic. They Church of God in Christ. They bring the pomp and the circumstance. They talk the good talk. Here she go. Amen.
Praise him.
Praise him. Oh my goodness. Let's get to our Mississippi schools. Jackson, Alcorn, Valley. Will we call ourselves Pentecostal? Will we call the three schools in Mississippi Pentecostal? Missionary Baptist. Okay, I got you. Missionary Baptist. Let's go to the schools in Alabama. What we got schools for Alabama? What we got? Alabama State, Alabama A&M. Would I call them Pentecostal? I think I call them Pentecostal. They'll be Pentecostal. Or non-denominational. And then the last two schools, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman. Well, Bethune-Cookman is the only private school in the SWAC. They were founded by the Methodist Church. So, not Methodist Church, but they were founded by the Baptist Church. So, they are more like your Pentecostal. And then FAMU. What would we call FAMU? Where would we put FAMU at? If we're going to put them in the church. If we're going to put them in the church, what would FAMU be if we put them in the church?
That was good.
You said FAMU is non-denominational. Okay. So what would we call the whole MEAC? I call the MEAC the Church of Latter-day Saints. Episcopal? Well, the mission said that you would call the whole MEAC Episcopal. I'm tongue-tied. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Who be the Scientologist? Hey, Blue. The Scientologists would be Morgan State. They put out anything that they believe in anything. Scientologists would be Morgan State. The Methodist Church would be Central. South Carolina State would be Pentecostal. Oh yeah, y'all Methodist. I'm tripping. Sorry about that. Y'all are United Methodist Church. Okay, but I'm not gonna call them the Church of Latter-day Saints. That's only for that school in Utah. I like to call Brigham Young University. Not Brigham, but Brigham Young University. Because I like to go after the young folks and try to convert them. What would y'all call Howard? What would y'all call Howard? But Zach, it could be the same way with Morgan because what's that old saying? People with forked tongues. I think you ain't never heard that. It was loose lips. Loose lips sink ships. So Howard would be that mega church. Howard is an equivalent to the Potter's house. TD Jakes. Howard is equivalent to the Billy Graham Crusades. And y'all know I'm really showing my age right now. Yeah, Howard got the money like the mega churches. Howard is like Joel Osteen with the late. Howard is like Joel Osteen. I'm putting it just like that. I'm putting it just like that. But at the same time, what I'm saying is that usually, yes, we know the SWAC has the pomp and circumstance. Who the cousin, Lawrence? He said the People's Temple. If y'all don't know who the People's Temple was, go look it up. Go watch a documentary. He said North Carolina A&T are false prophets, misleading their fans every year. Oh. Hampton is in the same boat with Howard. Hampton is just trying to black them down. Oh, we are petty tonight. But what I'm getting at, y'all, what I'm getting at is the fact that yes, the SWAC have pomp and circumstance when it comes to our football games. We have the crowds. We have the better bands than the MEA. The worst band in the SWAC is better than the better band in the MEAC. Boy, y'all is tripping. I was tripping. But we come, like, what I'm saying is that we have all this. Who's the worst band in the SWAC? Well, my wife has smoked for Bethune-Cookman. She don't like the marching storms. She said it's the marching rain showers. And of course, she called the jukebox the puke box. University is still in playbooks. Pine Bluff. Uh-oh. You see what G. Boone said? He said Granby got the worst band in the SWAC.
How do I block people on here? Bye, G. Boone.
That's nasty work. Sweet. There's a church across from North Carolina A&T campus founded by Sweet Daddy Grace. Wow. That's a pimp name. But we have all that. We have all of that, and we have good football in our conference. We have good football. Most of the teams have good football in the SWAC. Chris, don't say that, because you talking to a person that you talking to a woman that is musically inclined. Miss Bonnie said the heathens. Oh my God. Not the heathen, man. If y'all want to have more shows, and y'all want to have more petty shows like this, donate to the channel, man. Donate to the channel. Hit that donation button. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna need, for the MEAC SWAC challenge, I'm gonna need Southern to dig back into the Pete era, into the Pete Richardson era, and just dog walk those Eagles to sleep. So, yeah, we got to keep the streak alive. But they broke it last season because Bama State lost to Central last year in the OBC. FAMU won the MEAC SWAC Challenge last season. Man, I really don't want to hear his mouth. I'll bring him on the show. And if FAMU snake bite the Eagles and brag, you need to go on a full-fledged tour saying why they trash. Oh yeah, we will never hear the end of it. But yeah, we have all the pomp and circumstance, but we play good football in this conference. unlike you have only two teams, two in the possible, like I'm playing spades, who are even decent, who are good in that conference on the East Coast. But at the end of the day, we shall see when Southern take on North Carolina Central. We shall see when Howard plays FAMU again. We shall see when Central plays FAMU. We're gonna see when Jackson State plays Hampton and they in the CAA. Of course, I'm trying to be down for Labor Day Classic in Houston for Prairie View and Texas Southern. Like, we're gonna have some good football. The church of the SWAC is now open. When you come to the altar, bring all your sins and get your forgivenesses. Come on, the door is now open. Ushers, I'm gonna need you to open the doors. We're not locking them. We're not gonna pull what's his name? A Marvin Sapp. We ain't gonna do no Marvin Sapp. That's called kidnapping. We ain't kidnapping our folks up in here. And I might, I don't know, I might get in trouble for this, but fuck it. But if it wasn't for the SWAC, the MEAC wouldn't be relevant. The MEAC would be irrelevant right now. So, call it like you see it. You know, where is Tamala Man? What's the song? Take Me to the King. But again, the doors of the SWAC church is now open. Anybody want to become a follower, come on in. Me at conference, make sure you pay your tithes and offering to the church. Make sure you pay your tithes and offering. We will be having fish and spaghetti in the back of the church, provided by Mr. Tasha and Miss Aquay. Just let you know. Anybody got something to say before we head on out here with the benediction? I ain't gonna do all that because that ain't my speed right there. But other than that, hey, we had so much fun tonight. Appreciate everybody for joining tonight. Over 140 people watch between YouTube and Twitter. Make sure if you on the Twitter, hit the follow button and come on to the YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. If you want to become an exclusive member, all you have to do is just hit the join button for $4.99. If you want to go ahead and bless us, try to get to Birmingham for SWAC Media Day, make sure you can hit the links in the ticker below. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going ahead and play this commercial.
Hey y'all know what time it is. It's SWAC Football Media Day, July 16th, 2025, live from Birmingham Sheraton Hotel. You can catch it on ESPN Plus at 10 a.m. or you can also catch me at 9 a.m. only on HBCU Overdrive with everything that you want to hear, see, and look for when it comes to SWAC Football Media Day. Make sure you tune in at 9 a.m. and be there. Don't be late.
So, Chris, I was going the ticker sticker. But yeah, other than that, man, I got to get up out of here. I'm already dressed. I just got to get myself head up to the bus stop and catch this bus so I can go ahead and get it to work and do my shift and bring my black ass on home. Tomorrow night, we'll be on with the Gathering Old Men podcast. Make sure y'all tune into that. We be having so much fun on that show, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Shout out to my man Troy, TP, Marlo, my man Lord Jamal. If y'all don't know, Jamal lost his father the week of Father's Day. It hit him hard. So, man, y'all give him a prayer, because you know, he's the youngest on the show. So, man, make sure y'all give him a prayer and, you know, condolences, because, you know, losing your father like 2 days after you had Father's Day, a good Father's Day with him, that's something that you it's heartbreaking. But other than that, and my girl Danny, I'm grateful for her too, because of she has, you know, with her family, with her grandmother. But we all have fun on that show. We all laugh. We all joke. We're gonna talk about the NBA, the rest of the NBA draft. I know we're gonna talk about Cooper Flag saving Nico Harris's job. Actually, not even Cooper Flag. We're gonna say the commissioner, the NBA, saving Nico Harris's job with the Dallas Mavericks, because we were about to run his ass out of town. Other than that, we gonna talk. Of course, we're gonna talk our HBCU football, because it's gonna be that time coming up. And I think one of the things Troy, we were talking about last night, that who we want to bring up on the show will be Charlie Ward. And I think that would be a great interview right there. So we'll be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. I will go ahead and have that put on blast tomorrow morning whenever we get the link up. And other than that, the doors of the SWAC church are now closed. We'll see y'all August the 23rd in Atlanta. Southern versus Central. Man, check out. I meant to say this. Check out my man Willow. I gotta get in contact with him. Come out here. He's local with the Oak Cliff t-shirts right here. This one I got on representing Kimball High School over in the Redbird area, Oak Cliff. Also with his new thing that he got going, called Sneak Tea. This is very comfortable. I like the color scheme, you know, looking all like the Tennessee Titans, if you really think about it. Yeah. But I like the color scheme on it. Can't beat that, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, he's local out here in Dallas, man. He has good product. He also has a line that he has for the women called I'm Her. show you that the other day. Shorts, shirts, hats, anything that you need, hoodies, long sleeves, anything that you need. We will be doing. I just told we just confirmed by the wife we will be doing the Culture Vulture, the Culture Vulture shirts, right? So if you wanted it in black, white, or even yellow, we'll have those. Hopefully we'll have those by before the game come around. So that will be the second week, which will be the first weekend of September. We should have those shirts by then. But if you want it, always put your email address.
What?
Email address in your Instagram handle. That way. What up, bro? What up? What up? All right. Here's the email. This is our new email for our shirt company, the Press House 25@gmail.com. And then, of course, you put in Instagram name. Oh, yeah. And then Instagram is Miss Blue to you. So all you have to do, you can either email or you can DM her on Instagram about shirt size, shirt color, and what you want on the shirt. But other than that, anything else for tonight? Nope.
No, just donate to my baby so he can make it to SWAC Media Day, the sticker tinker, and that's it.
But as always, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. Hug your loved ones. Love on your loved ones. Crash out on your kids. Whoop them out of the penitentiary. And fuck Donald Trump. As always, y'all.
Be easy.
Be easy, baby. Peace.